Hi, by now you've already discovered that this triangle program might be something that is really powerful. You may be curious on what it looks like on the inside, so I'm going to give you a sneak peek at each triangle, the me triangle, the we triangle, the be triangle, and a little bit about I am. When anything in the me is out of alignment, we start to do an internal spin. That's on the inside of us. We feel it. When we feel it, it's ours. So that's what we're going to dive into here. What is a spin? What does it look like? And how can we slow that spin down? What is a spin? We've all done it. We will continue to spin. It's really a feeling, that feeling inside that things are out of control. Every one of us will spin again. You probably don't typically call it a spin, or we don't think about it as spinning. The spins are feelings in our mind and our body. Let's look how our spins could grow, how they grow and get bigger. Remember that our mind, our body, and our emotions are connected. When any portion of the me triangle gets spun, the whole of me spins. What I'm saying is if the body starts to spin, let's say you get into an accident or you get sick, if your physical body gets a hit and it starts to spin, your mind is going to feel it and your emotions are going to feel it. Your core values might get shook up a little bit. Your daily practice might not look the same. And are you consciously or subconsciously living from there, from that spin, right? So
we're talking here about when other people spin around us. The best thing that you can do is just witness. Witness them, acknowledge their words, feelings, actions, and listen. Things like, I hear you. Repeat what you heard them say. I see you feel something. I get that. I hear that. Those are the types of phrases that you can start playing with when people start spinning around you.
And remember your complete communication here. Your complete communication is really what you're doing. At this point, you're witnessing them, you're hearing them. This is where you're really listening and you're hearing them, you're repeating back what you heard them, and they're going to feel validated.
Remember in the me, when Denise was telling you about to slow down your own spin, you can get more information. This is actually the same thing, but you're getting the information from the other person, and that helps their spin slow down. Once you acknowledge you get more information from who's spinning, just ask questions. Things like, can you tell me what made you upset? How can I help you with that? Is there something I can do? Tell me more about XYZ. Things like that. Really, it's just listening, acknowledging, witnessing. I hear you. It seems that you're feeling something big right now. I hear that. I'm sorry you're going through that. Those types of things. And then just ask questions. Just like I said, ask these types of questions. And by doing this, it's very fun to watch because people really want to share how they feel. So many times we want to just go, well, if you did this, you wouldn't feel this way. Or, oh, it's fine. You're going to be fine. And really we're missing like this chunk of just being there with these people that have these emotions that are spinning them.
They typically don't want you to fix it for them. What they want is they want to be heard. When we feel like we need to fix it for them, it's not giving them the opportunity to unwind or take the charge out of their own spin. And that's really what they're looking for, to get rid of that charge in their spin. They want to be heard, and that's simply it.
We're going to jump into the B triangle. I am Susan.
And Denise is here too.
And so this is one of our, everything we keep saying, this is my favorite. And really, the whole thing is
eye-opening and amazing thing when you think about how it all comes together over and over again. When you follow this, it's so incredible that the empowerment triangle is really like feeling that empowerment, that magnificence of yourself, that ultimate power that you have. And when you no longer give it away and you start to embrace it in yourself, it's just so amazing. So we're so excited that you're this far and that you get to find out.
Yes. So when you think about empowerment, right, we've all had some empowerment situations or things happen in your life, and it feels so amazing, right? It's just a feeling, right? We can't always describe these things, but we try our best to describe these. But it's like you finish a class, or you ace a test, or you have a baby, or you work yourself up in your work and you become a manager, or you finish a big giant project, or you plant a garden, all these different things. You feel really proud of yourself, like, oh my gosh, I finished that, I did that, I did it all by myself. And you just, sometimes you even want to share it with somebody else. It's like that, it's just that feeling of, I did it.
When in life did you get that, oh, it's okay to be proud of you, right? I mean, growing up, it's like, oh, don't think you're all that, and now it's like, we're telling you, be proud of you, celebrate the wins that you have, because it feels good.
Because, sometimes as you grow up, it's like you're doing things to please your parents, right? To get that attaboy, you did great, and we tend to look at trying to find that outside of ourselves. So that's the thing that we want you to start to recognize. It's like it's really about turning it around. Empowerment is really about looking at yourself, looking at how to feel empowered when you don't get it on the outside, when you don't find that approval, or that somebody doesn't look at you or witness that what you've done. It's really about looking on the inside, and that's ultimately what the B is doing, the B triangle does.
Knowing that you did an awesome job, even if it doesn't match to what your vision was, right? It isn't perfect like your mind thinks it should be, but it's still, you accomplished it and you've got it done. It's even like working this program that we're working on right now. We're trying to make it our very, very best, and we want it to shine so beautiful for you. And yet there's like, oh yeah, we have to tweak this and we have to tweak that. And then we get into the recording and we're just flowing with it.
Yep.
It's totally different and it's turning out perfect. And we love that because we're empowered with it.
Exactly.
And that's what we're giving you.
Exactly. Let's move on to the B and give you a visual of what this looks like. You've seen the me, the orange and the blue consist of the me, the we is the purple, and you can see that the empowerment is underneath all of that. It's all together. We're just trying to separate it so you can understand really what we're talking about. It's the consistency of everything in us. When you think about empowerment, it's such an individual experience. But you've experienced empowerment, but we don't really talk about how this actually happens. We're going to teach you how to become empowered over your patterns and your triggers and your distractions and your emotions.
First, let's look at what's at the heart of the triangle. It's the I am. I am is the core of who we are. It's our essence. That part of us that we don't really talk about. We've never really been told about it. That part that we don't have words for. We just know. This part that is all-knowing, you don't really know how you know, you just do. It's this that's at the core, and it's the love of who we are. That part of you that's saying, yes, right now, I know what you're talking about. It's the core, it's our connection. It's love. It's expansive, open, and free. Stable and all-knowing. Unwavering and yet fluid. Has movement. That part that when you're listening and you trust it and you follow it, it always directs you in the right direction. This part is on the inside of us. There you have it. A little snippet into the Perfect Triangle program. I imagine that there's something that resonated in what you just listened to. I encourage you to go ahead and search through our website, see what else we have to offer. We have a number of things that help support people in living a healthier, happier life. If you're ready, we are so excited to see you on the inside.